city, Lansing. And while there might be a lot of arguing that goes on up in that building, I'm here to talk about something we can all agree on: how awesome Michigan beer is. In fact, Lansing is home to the Michigan Brewers Guild, and they do a huge job in promoting Michigan craft beer. They also do a big job in promoting drinking beer outside in extremely cold temperatures in the middle of winter. But that's a whole nother show. Here in East Lansing, the perennial favorite is Harpers, where they cater to over 50,000 MSU students that show up every fall. All on this episode of the Great American Brew Trail.
My name is Amy Sherman. I'm a chef, I'm a mom,
And I'm a beer drinker. Shocking, I know.
That's right, I'm a girl who really likes beer.
Out of the way, boys. What are we drinking?
I mean, why wouldn't I drink beer? As a chef, I love the variety of local ingredients, and I appreciate what it takes to create a great beer. In fact, I've been a home brewer for years. All across the United States, microbreweries are popping up with plenty of atmosphere, plenty of local foods, and of course, plenty of beer. We'll see the ins and outs and the ups and downs behind the taps at some of the country's best microbreweries.
So join me on the Great American Brew Trail as I taste my way across the USA, one pint at a time. There's a lot of history to be found here at Harpers Brew Pub in East Lansing, from the grandfather who learned to love beer as he traveled throughout the country, to the undying passion for all things MSU, passed down generation to generation. One thing remains constant, and that is the love of the family business. And what a business it is. This is one of the biggest bars in East Lansing, and it's booming every night of the week.
Nestled in the heart of Spartan country, downtown East Lansing, the owners of Harper's Bar bleed green and white. Or at least some of them do. But wherever their loyalties lie, this family-run business is all about the family and their love of beer.
I'm here with Trish, and she is the owner of Harpers, and this is a family-run place. And it has been for a very long time, hasn't it? How did this get started?
Well, my father, his father, went around the United States for GM, and he loved beer. So then my father was introduced to beer, and his name was Thomas Harper O'Brien.
People's passions come from all different places, whether from a dad who brought back his love of beer from his travels, to a brewer who traveled all the way to Germany to learn to love real beer.
I got my craft beer interest when I was 18 years old. I went into the Army. I got stationed in Germany. And
You fell in love.
fell in love. I mean, I remember the very first night in Germany. I remember the two guys I was with and the beer I ordered. I remember everything about it.
And he still sticks to the German beer philosophy today. Simple beer with the least amount of ingredients, all allowing the craftsmanship to shine through.
I like to experiment, but I like to keep things simple and not really overdo a beer.
So you're brewing what kind of beer here?
Simple beers. I want to make a beer as simple as possible, with the least amount of ingredients possible, to make a drinkable, stylistic beer.
East Lansing is 50,000 students strong and is constantly changing. But if you bleed green and white, this is the only place to be.
It's the vitality, and it's all the different ages.
I'm here with the mystical Harper of Harpers. Here you are. There is a real Harper. There's never a real person behind the name.
I know, it's kind of weird, just one-time thing.
So it's a family affair here at Harper's, but it seems like one member of the family rode that Spartan train right into Ann Arbor.
Chanel, you are the bar manager here, but you're also one of the daughters. You're the second daughter. Where the heck is the first daughter?
She lives in Chicago.
How'd she get out of working here?
I don't know.
Not only have you turned against the family tradition and gone to U of M, what were you thinking?
I don't know. I just kind of had to get out of East Lansing.
But you didn't, because you come back here and work here 3 days a week.
That's my goal I failed at, I guess. I don't know.
So while Janelle is working hard at the family business, college loyalties aside, head brewer Scott has had his struggles as well.
And one of the first times I made a Belgian wit, I really overdid the coriander, and the beer tasted like hot dog water.
Well, I guess we can't be perfect all the time, but hot dog water, yuck. But those days are long gone. And head brewer Scott brews up great beers, including the signature one at Harper's, Spartan Wheat.
It's an American style wheat beer.
What kind of yeast do you use here?
English ale yeast is typically the house yeast. Sweet wheat, a little bit of grainy thing going on.
Sweet wheat.
Sweet wheat.
The Spartan wheat.
What do you think about it?
It's great. I don't usually drink much beer, but
It's hitting the spot
it's hitting the
today.
spot tonight,
Yeah.
that's for sure.
It's a pretty drinkable beer, isn't it?
It definitely is. I am drinking the German lager, the Maibroch, how you say it in German. I'm sure they don't pronounce it that way, but it's very tasty. I really enjoy it.
I'm drinking some kind of Indian pale ale. It's very good. It's got a little bitter tones, some kick to it, which I'm enjoying.
Spartan wheat.
And what do you like about it?
The flavor, the taste, the hops. It's good.
Goes down easy.
Yeah, it does.
Well, I really like, for example, the Spartan wheat because it has a actual flavor of like you can taste the citrus in it, so it's a lot different than anything else that you would drink anywhere else.
Honestly, I really like the decor, and I really enjoy the live music that they have here at Harpers.
We have nightly entertainment here, and sometimes daily entertainment as well. So we'll have a person on the deck that plays the guitar and sings, or a person on the bar earlier, and then at night we have a lot of bands.
So from up-and-coming bands to up-and-coming beers, Harpers is the party palace if you're in town visiting your favorite Sparty. More from East Lansing in just a few.
What's not to love at Williams Kitchen and Bath?
Do you always find yourself looking for more cabinet space? Does it feel like you need more room for all the chefs in your house? If so, it's time to visit Williams Kitchen and Bath. Williams offers the best selection from top cabinet makers. Stop in today and experience the Williams difference.
What's not to love at Williams Kitchen and Bath?
Even though Harper's Bar is huge, it's still a family business, and this family makes some pretty great food. Even though they're a big college bar, they take the time to make stuff from scratch, from hand-breaded chicken strips to slow-cooked ribs and some yummy crab rangoons.
I'm here in the Harper's kitchen with Ryan, and they don't make your typical bar food. It's definitely a little bit different, and this is one of your signature dishes. What is it?
This is our crab rangoon.
Crab rangoon.
That we make here in-house.
You make it here. Am I in a Chinese restaurant or am I in a brewery?
We are in a brewery.
Okay. How do you make it?
I'll show you. We'll take
All
our
right.
wonton skin.
skins. I love wontons. It's definitely a family favorite.
Take a couple spoons here.
Okay, and this is your filling, and what do you have going down in this?
Got the crab rangoon part, obviously.
Okay.
Cream cheese, little green onion, salt and pepper.
So pretty simple, pretty traditional.
Yep.
And I'm going to assume you're just going to scoop it on
A
down.
little bit right in the middle.
You don't want to overfill, right?
A little water
bit
from
of
the
water.
top.
This is your sealant. And how many of these do you have to make a day? Hundreds.
Hundreds.
And then pinchy, right?
A little bit of pinch.
Okay. Okay, that looks great.
Does look good.
Yummy.
Good
and
work.
Now, of course, the best part is we're going to deep fry it, right?
Perfect.
All right. Okay, well, if anything deep fried is good, these are going to be great, I'm sure. Ooh, they look like little puffs of love. Yummy. Crab rangoon. Now we're going to plate them up, and it looks like you guys have a yummy sauce.
It's just a red pepper jelly.
Just.
It's a little sweet, a little
sweet,
spicy.
a little spicy.
What do you think?
Ooh,
Like it?
I do like it.
Good.
That sounds really good with that. Okay, let's plate it up. How do you do it?
All right, so we like to stack them a little bit.
Are you sure you're not studying architecture at MSU?
A little pepper jelly right on top.
Yeah, put a lot of that on. That looks good.
A little bit around the side.
Well, wait a minute. Now you're going to art school here.
That's right. I do it all. A little parsley for a little green.
Okay, I asked Brewer Scott for some recommendations.
There it is. What do you give us?
He gave us the Harper's Ale, and I know for a fact that this is his favorite beer. So I think he's playing favorites. They're creamy, crunchy. These are really good. Way better than what you might get frozen from your unnamed Chinese restaurant.
Yeah.
All right, we'll try it with the beer. That's a good combo.
Well, those sure beat dorm food. But how does a place like Harper's keep it all going and keep the beer fresh and exciting?
We listen to the brewmaster, and we also listen to our staff. And we have a huge staff here, 70 people.
And what's that like? What's it like working for the family?
It's an interesting dynamic.
Family is great, but sometimes beer is better. It doesn't talk back or complain too much. And after a few beers, everyone seems like family anyway. Head brewer Scott brews better beer, and he loves to teach the college kids all about it.
I do guest lectures at Lansing Community College in Michigan State. I basically, in their hospitality departments, I'll come in and give beer tastings, and it's really rewarding to see something like that, because one of the first things I'll do is I'll say, I'm going to say a word, and I want you to tell me what the first thing that pops into your mind. And I'll say the word is beer, and I'll ask everybody, how many people the first time you heard when I said beer, who thought of Budweiser or one of the mass-produced lagers?
Okay, you just said it to me, and I thought, yummy.
Just introduce these flavors to a bunch of students, and it's amazing to watch their eyes light up, because for a lot of them this is the first time they've ever, even the beer drinkers out there, this is the first time they've ever tried a beer or drank a beer for the flavor.
So co-eds, when you're ready to try some real beer, head over to Harpers, where in the tradition of all great college bars, they have some amazing specials. Did I mention the free taco bar?
We have a Taco Tuesday, which is free taco bar and free
And
pizza
I've done
bar.
it, and it's good.
Taco Tuesday is one of the best days of the week.
And then Wednesday, we're home of half off.
Half
And
off.
half off our beer, Harper's beer.
Half off on Wednesdays. Head on down.
It's a good place to come back and reminisce about being at college here at Michigan State.
I lived here over the summer, so it was really slow.
And now it's,
booming again, so
are you ready for football?
I am. Big football fan,
Who
so
are you a fan of?
go State, of course.
I'm liking the beer right now.
I like our beer better than I like most other beers.
I like the Spartan wheat.
Spartan Wheat.
Spartan wheat.
Spartan Wheat.
Spartan wheat.
Go green?
Go white.
All right. And if you find yourself in the capital city, deadlocked in a fierce political argument, or maybe discussing who's going to win the Big Ten this year, remember that a lot of problems can be solved over a pint of beer. So try one at Harpers. And join me next time on the Great American Brew Trail as I taste my way across the USA, one pint at a time. Let's do this.
I can look at her. Okay.
This is, I think, my first time here.
I don't know what to say. Go blue. I'm teasing.
No, you can't say that.
Do it again, Lou.
Time. Out of the way.
So, I'm going to be the teacher. Professor Amy. No.
That'd be awesome.
I think that's a